Morning, I don't want you conniving. Morning, neighbor, morning, you can keep your conniving morning. When you been up for a bum, in a bill tell me morning. Now because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, in a bill tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Yes, morning, neighbor. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, I don't want you conniving morning. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. That's all the money that me walk for. A 2 pound note and a kill that piece. A 2 pound note and a kill that piece. A 2 pound note and a kill that piece. This is all the money that me walk for. I said money, neighbor, money, neighbor, money, money, neighbor, money, money. I don't want you conniving money. Oh, Joseph.
Guyana and Guyanese, at home and abroad. Tune in to Guyanese Morning Time, hosted by Kadaki Amsterdam, where the sun always shines. Guyanese Morning Time, the people call it Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people call it Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again. We rise up early morning watching Comes TV, where wisdom and knowledge, yes, it is the key. Exposing corruption over land and sea, where the wicked politicians, they try to trick me. Guyana is a land for everybody. With 6 races should live in harmony. Here's one set of people getting aisle money. Here's one set of people doing the thievery. Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again. This is a program that you all can see, sharing your views and your integrity. Like it, comment and share it all around. Pass it to your neighbor, safe and sound. A sad situation going on in this town. The voice of the people is getting trampled down. Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings, which has ordained me to sing. I sing Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, fooling the people. You're promoting evil. Stop lying to the people. You are a part of the cycle. Stop fooling people. You're promoting evil. Stop lying to the people. You are a part of the cycle. I say Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, they got Breakford, Bork and Mark Benchcop. David Hines and Kadaki Amsterdam. Sherrod Duncan, Nigel London. Normal Brown and Gavin Matthews. Big up Paslow, Port People Governor. Simona Brooms, Robin Simpson. Hampton Green and Winston Jordan. And yes, we can go right On and on. Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again.
The relatives and friends of young Quinton Bacchus, they deserve justice. The family, the relatives and friends of our in Boston, they deserve justice. The family, the relatives and friends of Peter Headley, they deserve justice. And so when we say that Guyana is an apartheid state, we have the evidence to show.
All right, so today we are here at Club Twilight up in Buxton, and we are here to talk about all that's going on up here. Trust me, if you are on the East Coast, you're in Buxton, you're in Tongley, looking for a place to get away to, this is the place. The Cutters, mwah. Listen, I'll be having some just now again. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, the ambience is beautiful, fully air conditioned. The decor is on point. The music's on point. Everything's on point. It's just me. I need some work. But everything else that belongs to this club here is on point. So if you want to find a nice little place where you can just drive out of town and have some drinks, have some food, you can call, you can order your stuff and just take it. You don't have to stay. Or if you want to stay here, that's what's up. And of course, they have special events for Valentine's. You can rent a hall. You can rent a hall, honey. You can rent a hall for weddings, for birthday parties, to have a bash. I hope he edits that out. But you know, whatever it is, this is definitely the place to be. So it's on Sideline Dam. You definitely want to ensure that you check this place out. But it's on your to-do list. All right, on your to-do list. This is definitely the place to check out, you know, a really cool, chill spot here in Buxton. I like this. This is, Buxton needed this. We needed this. I needed this. You definitely needed too. Thank you.
Arriving in the UK from Guyana, the Caribbean, North America, or elsewhere. Start your journey with ease and comfort by choosing first-class travel service, one of UK's leading providers of premium airport transfers. Enjoy a smooth, stress-free arrival by booking your comfortable and reliable airport taxi before you arrive. With affordable rates and exceptional service, we cover all major UK airports, including Heathrow, Gatwick, Manchester, Birmingham, and many more. Wherever you land, we guarantee a seamless door-to-door experience to and from any UK airport. For your peace of mind, all our drivers are fully DBS checked and cleared, ensuring a safe and trustworthy service from the moment you arrive. Our friendly staff will meet and greet you in the airport arrival hall, assist with your luggage, and escort you to one of our luxurious vehicles. So wait no longer. We're ready to look after you from the moment you arrive in the UK. You can contact us via email info@firstclasstravelservice.co.uk, office phone +4 4195 2287 176, WhatsApp +4 479 136 0576 5 or +4 479 009 50171. Or simply fill in our request, a quote form, at www.firstclasstravelservice.co.uk. Travel with confidence. Travel first class.
Planning a party? Worry no more. We have all the supplies you need. At EC Party Rentals, we have folding chairs, folding tables, square tables, round tables, long tables, short tables, big tables. We have chairs, red chairs, gold chairs, white chairs, crystal chairs, chairs of all type, throne chairs. What you want, we have. Food warmers, coolers, ice, beverages. At EC Party Rentals, we have what you need to have a good time. You plan the party, we do the work. Call us 622-5933. EC Party Rentals. Let's keep your party going.
dear to me than all the world. I see what sun is shine. Pour down upon the borders, looking out upon the deep, the great Atlantic flowed into a fury. For asleep at morn, at noon, or entering the crimson sunset's glow. I love thee, I love thee, I love thee. Oh, oh, beautiful Guyana, oh, my lovely native land. More dear to me than all the world. I see what sun is round. Pour down upon the borders, push out upon the deep, the great Atlantic flowed into a fury, flowed into a fury. For asleep, at morn, at noon, or entering the crimson sunset's glow. I love thee, I love thee, I love thee, Guyana, I want to serve my country. Guyana, beautiful, happy and free. Guyana, let's cooperate with our government to help develop Guyana the free. Together, my comrades, we will build a brand new Guyana, a country where all are equal opportunity. So let us begin now to show loyalty to Guyana by showing love and respect for all that it needs. My brothers, my sisters, we will live and die here together. Come on to one people, one nation, one destiny. For harmonious living, cooperation will be forever. In work and play as we live a strong Guyanese. Guyana, I want to serve my country. Guyana, beautiful, happy and free. Guyana, let's cooperate with our government to help develop Guyana the free. Well, it's time we settle all the racials in the interior. Our natural resources are there in great quantity. And we will do farming and establish towns by the border. With global food so we could fill all Guyanese. My greatest desire is to serve my country, Guyana, and sincerely help my Guyana to move along. Our government asks us, and we study hard and we learn the things that will help Guyana to become strong. Guyana, I want to serve my country. Guyana, beautiful, happy and free. Guyana, let's cooperate with our government to help develop Guyana the free. To help develop Guyana the free. We hail the Guyana, our country. We love you, Guyana. Yes, we will. Our flag we will honor. Our motto inspired by our leaders, our destiny will hold. And proudly face the future, undaunted with humble hearts and heads down, in thanks for each new day of toil, remembering for thine altar, Lord, the children of Guyana's song. Great is the task that thou hast given, thy will to show, thy truth to find, to teach ourselves that we are one in thy great universal mind. Roots not in wind, we strike the wind, and of Guyana great and free, a land of glory and of hope, a land of love and unity. O children of Guyana, rise, rise up and sing with crowning tears, and bless the land that gave you birth, and vow to serve her through the years. Mary said, that Johnny said, that Susie said, that Jenny said, that Mary said, that you don't love me anymore. Not anymore. The walls are filled and the windows are wide. Everybody is fine. Can't keep the secret any longer. Not very long, the whispering wind tell the bride and groom, and the bride and groom can't keep the secret any longer. Not very long. You know I try to hide my tears that fills my hands, fills my hands. Sometimes I try to hide and oh, the secret, the walls are fierce and the windows are fine. Everybody is fine. You know I still love you. You Mary said that you don't love me anymore. That you don't love me, everybody was fine. Can't keep the secret any longer. Not very long. You know I try to hide my tears that fills my hands, fills my hands. Sometimes I try to hide and move. Oh, the secret, the walls are fierce and the windows are fine. Everybody is wise. You know I still love you. You Mary said, that Johnny said, that Susie said, that Johnny said, that baby said, that Johnny said, that Susie said, that Johnny said, that Mary said, that Johnny said, that Susie said, that Johnny said, that
Hello. Good morning. How are you? How was your weekend? How did you pass your last night? Or should I go all the way back from Friday? How was your Friday night? What you did over the weekend? What did you do over the weekend? I tell y'all I like cheese roll. None of y'all make no cheese roll and give me a call and say, Mr. Amsterdam, I got some cheese roll for sale. Y'all missing opportunities. Althea Jones, good morning. A certain person missing in action, you know that I know that you know the person. So you know what you gotta do? August coming to an end. All right. I hope everything is okay. What going on with y'all? Y'all talk to me. Nobody ain't calling some Sam. I cook a cook up that could rival yours. And I got a food sale today. You know. What I do? Yeah, nobody ain't calling some Sam. So I'm gonna start doing fish and chips now because we had a bush cook last week and somebody tell me it's the best fish and chips they ever had. And so I had this great business idea. Why not do fish and chips on the weekend? You know what's trending on TikTok? At least my TikTok. The algorithm gives you what they think you are interested in. And so what I've seen over the last week trending is slicers and fryers. Right? It looks like they're mostly located maybe India and Africa and so on. But the plantain chip business, yeah, the plantain chip business and chips business in general, I've seen a whole variety of equipment trending that you can use for that kind of business. Automatic slicers, all you gotta do is plug up on, in fact, they even got manual ones. You just put in your plantains and your torn, and the slices are nice and neat and consistent. That's a maintenance of standard in case you didn't know. And then you know they got them when you buy potato chips, they got a kind of ruffle top or riffle top, whatever you want to call it. The potato is sliced in a kind of riffle. It got grooves. Yeah, they got those plantain chips too. As a matter of fact, I dare say any chips because the machines are good at cutting root products, especially root crops. And so if you want to do potato chips, you want to do plantain, you want to do edo cassava, you want to do sweet potato, you want to do yam, whatever you can master. They got them. You can, yes, Regis, thank you, Dennis. Regis, yes. These machines are trending. And I don't think they're overly expensive if you're going to go into business and you want to do it in a real commercial size because you have some of us might be doing the best planting chips, but we can only, because of our capacities, we alone, we can only do 100 packets a week. You can't get into no supermarket supply chain producing 100 packets of planting chip a week. That makes sense. A Bounty alone, Bounty has so many outlets that 100 mightn't be able to spread thin enough. But if you were to invest in one of these pieces of equipment, I ain't got them for sale. Don't think I got them for sale. I think I see a local business here advertising something. I'm going to check them out. I don't advertise people business because, you know, them big businesses don't get you nothing as a return for your advertisement. But as my advice to small people, I like to send you to places where you perhaps can find things suitable for your business and things that can enhance what you do. So for the sake, I can tell you, I think I saw Sylvie's advertising something that would be useful for small producers. I think in the same planting chip slicers, right? Yeah, I must check them out and see what I got. It's one of the more reliable businesses, I think, when you come to a supply of some kind of thing. And then on Hatfield Street, behind the police complex there, I'm trying to remember the name of that particular place. But the guy brings a lot of stuff that is good for small businesses. He brings these ovens, brings ovens and slicers and large pressure pots and mills and juicing machine or juices as we call it and stuff like that. Real commercial size stuff. And so you can go down there and you can also check out this stuff. Check out this stuff. Free advice I give me on, man. Free advice. I see some people charging for the advice. That's smile. I say, yeah, fair enough. Knowledge acquired is knowledge that you would have invested in acquiring. And so sometimes you need to recoup your investments and in some instances make a profit. So I don't blame anybody for charging for the knowledge. But I being me, I dispense it freely. Who uses it, uses it. Who doesn't want to use it is a matter for them. They can stop and look around and see other people using it and getting by. As a matter of fact, you don't even know is who using it because they don't even come back and say, Mr. Amsterdam, that is a great idea you gave me and I really invested in it and it is working out for me nicely. And since I'm making a good money now, I'm doing well, I'm doing better than before, take a blind, look a little tight, man. Take a 10% or something. We tighten with you, or we tighten according to the scriptures. Some people believe that they only tighten if they could get the church money. You ain't tighten only if you could get the church money. You tighten if you can use the money to help somebody, help somebody, help somebody. Good. Let's tighten. I usually tell people I don't get charged my money. I don't get charged my money. I invest in children. I would spend my money, to entertain the children, to encourage the children, and so on and so forth. Every once in a while, I will spend some money on the destitute and stuff like that. Single women who are having a hard time taking care of their responsibilities and so on. They will, well, not even working poor, but yeah, let me say working poor. If every now and again I can pass a hamper or something to them, that's the kind of things. That's how I tithe. I don't know how people see it, but I ain't in church no money, man. Especially that the churches are so political nowadays, right? Yeah. So what I like about these machines that I see trending, these pieces of equipment, especially the slicers and so on for the planting chip. In fact, it's a whole system. It is a system because the slicers throw directly into your pan for frying, and it has its own mechanism that turns or stirs the chip so that it doesn't remain stagnant and burns and so on and so on. So you even got to stand up there. And there's a good thing because a lot of people tell you, people who are doing those kind of work, frying chips and so on, they run the risk of a stroke, heat stroke, and facing that heat constantly and so on. You think it's easy standing up and storing planting chip while it's frying? No, it's not easy. And so whoever came up with this machine, this piece of equipment that will slice, deliver to your pan because it's built like that. It comes with its own pan, I think. So it slices, delivers into the oil, and Wayne says it's semi-automated, right? So it stirs by itself. It has an automated arm that turns like the blade of a fan. So it constantly turns, and then you extract. And then you extract. That's an improvement on what we started with. Frying copper planting on a coal pot or on a gas stove and so on and so forth. And so I am going to encourage those people who are doing their little bottom house business, a little cottage industry. See if you can get one of them things and up your business. They got sealers too. You know, they got very, very, very inexpensive sealers. I've seen sealers around the place. That you ain't got to fight up with a candle and piece of mosquito coil like we did in the day when we used to package Ajinomoto and so on and so forth. You know, is Ajinomoto? Right, Ajinomoto. Good. Look how we call things, Ajinomoto. That was just the brand of the thing. Anyhow. So there's sealers now that you can use. And I'm talking about sealers. I also saw a piece of equipment that packages and seals icicles and custards and that liquid sweet, that liquid goodie that we make. We make custard icicle and we make food icicle and so on and so forth. I've seen a machine there also that, you know, you basically just prepare your stuff, deposit it into, let me see, the tank. I guess you set the length of the item that you want, and it folds and it seals. As it folds, it seals, and it folds, it seals, and it keeps, it's automated. So you ain't have to stand up there with a little, I remember they struggle to fill an icicle bag, they struggle to fill an icicle bag, and then they struggle to knot it and then put it to freeze and so on. Technology is advancing to, or has advanced to help the small man become the real man. And so I'm encouraging you this morning to see your businesses in a different way. In a different way. See them, you know, more advanced than where they started. It might mean for them girls, you know, pot shot. For them ladies who like take the profit and buy wigs and nails and so on, it might mean you ain't gonna buy wigs and nails and so on for a couple mornings. But you're simply going to save that money and invest it in a piece of equipment that could save you time and improve your quality and give a better assurance of quality to those who you aspire to serve. Right? So that's my encouragement to you this morning. So I hope you are using your talents over the weekend in whatever way. Whatever way. Nowadays, you can be a baker. You can bake. You know, life is so funny. When I look at these things, I told you I always have this interest in owning a bakery in some way, shape, or form. Like I always had an interest in a bakery. And when I had interest in bakery, what we were thinking about, then when you talk about a baker shop, is a big brick oven. You gotta get people. The Lindeners, we used to in Buxton, I know they used to bring people from Linden sometimes to build these brick oven. I think the oven specialist was from Linden back then. And so you gotta get big building space because you got a whole 10 feet or so of that space, a whole wall in many instances, or half a wall is taken up in oven space. You got building, right? And you got born with firewood and coals and so coals oven and wood oven and so on, and box oven and all kind of things. So back then when you talked about an oven, you had to get this big setup. You gotta build your brick oven. And then you gotta get your mixing pans or mixing trough. Yes, mixing trough. Wide expanse, big mixing trough, wooden built. Go over there manually, building shoulders. Nowadays, when you see an oven, they got these, what they call them, convection ovens. Some work with gas and electricity at the same time. The gas to light the oven, produce the heat, electricity to spin a fan that circulates the heat so you get even baking. They don't take up an entire wall, you know, unless it's several of them. So again, if you have that interest, you can start with one oven, a single oven. You can even start with a single product. People believe that if you want a business or if you're getting into business, you gotta do 40 things at the same time. No, you just gotta be good at one thing for starters. One thing. And so if you acquire that oven, you're a good pastry chef, Your focus is on pastry. Yeah, they got so many other people doing pastry and so on. You got plan how to be the market. They got people doing pastry, but they don't open their business till 8 o'clock. While people are trying to get your children out to school from 6 o'clock. So you open at 6 o'clock. People got already ready-made snack to pick up for the children because they know Jenny does a nice pastry and nice lunch boxes and she starts to work at 6 o'clock. We gotta wait until other people might eat. You have to create your own niche. Everybody does the same thing or similar things. The difference is how they do it. The quality, the taste, the presentation, you know, the looks, all those kind of things, packaging, those things make a difference. Sometimes you don't have the best looking storefront, but you have the best method of communicating with your customers. And when they come, they know they get their spirits lifted in the mornings, going after the stressful 9 to 5. And so they like to come to you in the mornings because you set the tone for the day. That makes a big difference. There's a big part of marketing and business to you. Right? So my encouragement is to invest in yourselves. Invest in yourselves because whatever you invest in, you can pass on to your children and your next generation. And in these frightening times, because they are really, really frightening times in this country, I don't know if you're not seeing it. In these frightening times, if you don't do that, you will be contributing to further enslavement of your next generation. Because your next generation, or a lot of other people's next generation, look like they're heading for enslavement or deeper enslavement. You know, they tell you, get your education, go to school, get your education. I invested in your education because I don't want nobody disrespect you. Go to school and get your education, become a professional and things. You do all of that. And then you still allow yourselves to make some people who got fake degrees, PhDs. There's a guy that got the most fake PhDs in the Caribbean, maybe the world. Right? You make these people make you prostitute your education. Kenneth Budram, I learned that term from prostitute your education. I can't remember if Budram alive or dead. But wherever he is, I wish him good tidings. Kenneth Budram, we worked at the Ghana Defense Force Public Relations and Education Department together as academic instructors. Yes, Kenneth Budram. He was a maths man. Yeah. West Side man. Along with Alvin Brown. He was a maths man. Yes. Is what Denny's giving me pim about. Anyways, right. So you go through all the steps and stages and invest in your education, and then you achieve, or at least you think you achieve success. And then you make some dunces. People went to University of Iflock and so on. Put you in a spot. In fact, you put yourself in a spot to prostitute your education. Right? To prostitute your education. I got some good examples of what prostituting your education looks like. Right? I got some good examples of people prostituting the education. Let me see if I find it. Chief Fire Officer, a man named Wickham. Y'all know he? When you see the PPP princess, when you see the the PPP princess begging you up, know that you say something that they like, or the thing that got you endorsing them, right? The other day, I took a pot shot at
Today, I wish to address
when he said that his mother's father is of African descent, and I call him out for acknowledging his mother's father, not his grandfather, etc. The PPP princess run and grab it and put it up on social media, and they started attacking Aswedin on that. Hey, Mr. Amsterdam, we can unfollow you by we gonna blaze you with it, and they had some good time with it. Good. But here is Mr. Gregory Wickham. I want to share Gregory Wickham with you all. And let me give you a context of sharing Gregory Wickham. Last week, a member or members of the Ghana Fire Service complained that they are required to water the lawns of State House. They are required to water the lawns of State House ever so often using the facility of the Ghana Fire Service, the water tenders as we call them. And while they are doing that, they are faced with, I would say, inhumane conditions at their places of work, in that they have toilet facilities, ablution facilities, sanitary blocks, that are not flushing. They don't have water to flush them. Flush handles are missing. Right? There are many instances of working in unsafe environment because the kits are not complete and so on and so forth. And so, let me say it's an embarrassing situation for a government that claims that it is making so much progress. And everybody's enjoying this development and so on and so forth. So when somebody highlights your weaknesses or your failings, they say the best form of defense is offense. So be offensive to them. Don't fix the problem. Further offend and bring further injury to the person who is complaining about the problem. So we can run out. Well, Wickham didn't run out. Wickham was sent out by his masters, his handlers, his dog handlers. The Chihuahua, the Chihuahua named Wickham. Hoots, go there. Hoots. Like them common rice eater. No bark, no bite. Go there. Answer them. Take the responsibility of doing something that is above your pay grade. Because that's not your pay grade, Wickham. That is not your pay grade. Your pay grade, like Odessa Primus, I think, or told a policeman, act your pay grade. Wickham, you're not acting your pay grade. But you know why Wickham got to take hoots? There's not no pit bull banner. There's not no pit bull. There's a common rice eater. Whoever feeds the rice eater, owns the rice eater, you're going to turn up and you're going to make enough noise in front of your yard, anybody shape up. Or even if another dog shape up. You're going to make enough noise in front of your yard. There's the Wickham type. Them is rice eater. It's people like them that make good care come to this country. The Wickhams and the Hickins and all them retirees. All them retirees
that go and beg the guards of the PPP for extension of their service, is them make things only better in this country because they got to do dog work. Higgins can't speak out. The ranks of the Guyana Police Force can't speak out. The ranks of the Guyana Defense Force can't speak out. The ranks of the Guyana Fire Service can't speak out. I ain't sure we're going on over prisons yet because I know, what's your name? Elliot is the by name, not some Elliot. I don't think he reached retirement yet. So he's still on good standing, perhaps. But when the ranks of these agencies speak out, the leadership always got to jump out and defend this nasty, stinking, low-life government. Because they are there. They are there because of granted favors. And so, to whom much is given, much is expected. And so them retirees, they say, well, they're sitting down and hamburging young people from progressing, got to do the dog work. They got to behave like Ricita. Wickham is close to 75, you know. Or close to 65, you know. You're supposed to retire at 55. So Wickham is either 58 or 68. I want to believe it's 58. He has passed the retirement age by 3 years. He should have gone home already. It means that he is sitting there because of a favor begged for and granted by the PPP. And so, oh, we feeding you, Ricita. You got to bark when we say bark. That's Wickham. Higgins is the same thing. We feeding you, Ricita. You got to bark when we say bark. Omar Khan from GDF, same story. Remember, he's the man that had resigned or retired under the Granger government when he come under pressure for misbehaving and so on and so forth. The PPP took him out of retirement and said, come control this army. We want you to walk roughshod over all them black man and non-supporters of the PPP that they're in this army. Come, you're going to be with Chihuahua. So the dogs of the PPP, I've seen them at full force over the weekend. A policeman who lost his brother on the MV Barima, float the boat, bring up the evidence, voiced his opinion on that issue, and was hauled before Higgins and the rest of the Guyana police force hierarchy, who call him the most black dog. They say it takes one to know one. A black dog could call another man a black dog because maybe he sees similar qualities. Call him the most black dog. And then transferred him to TSU. Transferred him to TSU. Those who know TSU is the guard service, well, technically, the guard service of the Guyana Police Force, in that, for the most part, unless they got certain kinds of developments in and around the country, and so TSU ranks provide security for Evelyn and elsewhere. The TSU ranks provide security for Evelyn, senior ministers and ministers of government and so on and so forth. So they transfer them to TSU. You get too much freedom by who tell you for talk? You can't talk. You can't feel pain for your brother that went down with the overloaded 87-year-old vessel that Endar and Ejel so far hasn't taken responsibility for or accountability for because they ain't gone home yet. You can't talk. Who dare you to talk? You're a black dog. And we're going to send you a TSU. Maybe that's where we send our police dogs. Go there. And the young Ghana Defense Force rank who was shot on the border with Venezuela and had to have surgery to take out the slug out of his thigh, and got all kinds of promises for his welfare, can't talk despite the fact that those promises have not been kept and he's experiencing hard times. He can't talk because the minute he talked, the dogs of the Guyana Defense Force went to collect him on behalf of the masters. And they said, we're collecting you for medical supervision. You are not smart enough. You are not responsible enough to follow doctor's orders and do what is good for your healing and your growth and your development while your family is starving. Because we promised we're going to take care of your welfare and we have failed to do that. But you can't talk, because if you talk, we're going to declare that you're smart enough to look after your health. We carry you and we locking you down at Medical Corps, Campayangano. Medical Corps, we carry you. And we're going to keep you there against your will for as long as we say you're sick, so you can't run your mouth. You can't tell them that we promise you stores to take care of your welfare and we ain't deliver them. You can't tell them that we say it's possibility, well, bring in your land application, document the application to housing and so on, and we're going to have it fast-tracked for you because you're a hero. You serve this country. You survived an attack from the enemy. We give you a medal, maybe a medal of valor, to recognize that. And we make you other promises that would make you feel that, yes, your sacrifices were worth the while. But up to now, we can't. The fast-track house lot, that could have been done in a day, a week, a month. It's quite a long time. Up to now, nothing. Every time he asks is, it's being looked at. We're going to lock you down at Medical Corps so you can't talk to the media. Right? Just as how, when the helicopter crash, we take the survivors and we put them up at hotels, isolate them from their relatives and family and friends, isolate them so that they can't talk to the media, they can't talk to nobody. So that they can't tell you that the two survivors who didn't suffer from a scratch were not actually on the aircraft when it went down. They can't tell you though. We locked them away so they can't tell you that. Up to now, you can't get access to them so they can't tell you that. Because if you tell you that, they're going, and if you get access to them, they're going to explain how it is. A man moved from Lance Corporal right up to Staff Sergeant. They can't tell you that. They can't tell you that the other one couldn't get promoted like that because it's the Discipline Services Board that would have to promote him further, because then he would have to become they got the word we just call them officers. They are a gazetted officer, I think. But the hierarchy of the Guyana Defense Force can promote all the NCOs, non-commissioned officers. They could promote non-commissioned officers to the highest rank, which I think is Staff Sergeant. So let me explain to you why the man that survived the crash, the helicopter crash, he was moved from Lance Corporal or something like that, right up to the higher level of the NCO's rank that he could have been promoted to. Hush, baby, hush. Don't talk, baby, don't talk. So you talk, you ain't getting no promotion, we locking you down at Medical Corps. So when you talk as a member of the Discipline Services for your own rights, Then they lock you up, they transfer you, they oppress you. You know what the funny thing is? Wickham doesn't know which one of the firemen or women cry foul. So they can't oppress them. But the PPP could hurt the Raisita. The PPP could hurt the Raisita to say these things. Run your
An
mouth.
issue made on a Facebook page as it relates to firefighter using buckets of water. I must first make it very clear that the administration of the Guyana Fire Service, and by extension, the Ministry of Home Affairs, pays great attention to the staff welfare, well-being, health and safety to ensure that we all have a good working environment. To the specific issue, I wish to make it abundantly clear that from the moment we began occupying this structure, our headquarters at Homestretch Avenue, we have encountered several deficiencies and several issues that over time we had to be fixing in order to ensure that our staff have a good working environment. Such issues are, for example, leaking roof, cracking of the walls, cracking of the glass on the surface of the building, poor issues, and several moments we had to be looking at the fixtures in our lavatory washroom area, the plumbing work. Ever so often, we had to be effecting repairs over the years. At this point, I wish to make it very clear that this building was constructed by Mohammed Enterprise. As I reiterate, ever since our occupation of this building, we have encountered those issues. These matters have been addressed in a holistic manner to the fact that after these defects are observed over a period of time, the Guyana Fire Service Administration and the Ministry of Home Affairs retendered for these works to be done. That contract was won by a contractor, and as of the 6th of August 2026, that contractor has begun work, not fixing, but changing those facilities that we had in the washroom areas. Like I said, that is a work in progress. I wish to reiterate the fact that the Guyana Fire Service has made tremendous strides in ensuring that our staff, we are equipped, ready, and fit for purpose to respond to any emergency. I therefore must let us all know that our staff, they are now being equipped with their personal protective equipment. They now have breathing apparatus set that will allow us to work in an environment that would not normally support life or breathing. We have many new fire tenders. We have also been extending the service because prior to a few years ago, there were just about 7 or 8 fire stations. To date, we have in excess of 20 fire stations in each administrative region of Guyana.
You know, sometimes some things you can't listen to too long. You become nauseous. Like the young lady that said she drank a certain man's soup and she became nauseous. Sometimes listening to some people alone makes you nauseous. Django Unchained. Y'all remember the movie? Django Unchained? Or what was the other one? Something a slave. 400 Years a Slave. I can't remember the title of the movie. But somewhere in one of the movies, and I think of historic record is they're saying that when massa sick, the house slave used to say we sick. When massa sick, the house slave used to say we sick. Y'all listening to Wickham? Wickham is talking about we built more fire stations. We extend the fire service. We become. What part of the we you're talking about? Huh? What part of we you're talking about? You know what, Wickham? Since you're the person with the authority as you're part of the we, increase the wages and salaries, increase the salaries for your ranks, man. Increase the salaries for your ranks. Promote them fire servicemen, them fire officers, them fire police, what we used to call them. Promote the ranks of the Guyana Fire Service who've been waiting for more than 3 years for the promotions. Since it is we, since you got the authority, since you're big and bad like that, it's blackout in case you all didn't know. But my backup system stick up this morning, it didn't collapse. Y'all don't know the kind of things that has got to do to ensure that things remain the way they should be. Anyhow, I'm working with it like this. I ain't going to look for no light to put on no light. I'm going to add one to the backup system. I never added it. Anyways, we talking. Beckham said we this, we that, we the other, we the next. When massa sick, the slaves say we sick. That way I see it. That's your living on extended time, sitting in a seat that younger men should be sitting in, is behaving like that house slave. When massa sick, we sick. When the government gets criticized, he takes offense. He defends the government. Because Onage Waldron, instead of acting or pay grade, she is the minister with responsibility for the fire service. Instead of acting her pay grade and coming and making these same utterances that they seem to want the public to hear, instead of using her own voice to say that as instructed, this Chihuahua, this rice eater, this common stray dog, to come out and tell people, we. Let me examine some of the things he said. Contractor engineer Wickham. Let me examine some of the things contractor engineer Wickham said. From the time they collected that building, it had defects. The building was constructed by Mohammed's Construction. As Ishel Mohammed say, Azudin had nothing to do with that. Azudin is a gold mine, etc. The Mohammed's Enterprises is his business. Right? Of course, a father will come and defend his child in any which way he can, and see if he can separate him from the scandals and keep him pure, because he is a representation of the future of the Mohammeds. Then he will do that. So I don't care for the differentiation. But one of the things to note, the Guyana Fire Service building on Stretch Avenue was never, ever officially handed over nor opened. You know, the government like big fanfare when they opening these new boxes, these new ovens and so on that they've been building, these square concrete boxes with a little glass in front, because like Christopher Columbus came and conquered the first people with shiny objects. They hope to conquer Guyanese with shiny objects. Yes. The fire service headquarters on Home Stretch Avenue. You tell them I said, and let them provide the receipts. Princess, I know you're listening. You provide the receipts. Or y'all could send the Dunsin lawyer. I got a address to him late in the morning. The Dunsin lawyer. Y'all could provide the receipts. That on Stretch Avenue headquarters was never officially handed over nor opened. The contract was quietly terminated or deemed completed. Because as they were approaching that time for handing over and completion and handing over and the big ceremonial circus, the indictment came down against the Mohammeds. So the corruptors scurried away. They didn't want to be associated. It's around the same time May what's your name? May Toussaint and Azudin name started calling, etc. I was about to say as being in bed, but people might misinterpret that. Right? So it was never officially handed over. Usually you have a what you call it, claims and defect period in any contract. Once it's completed, there's this claims and defect period. And if this Chihuahua, we can say when they went into the building, they encountered several problems. Then it was the government's responsibility, Onij Waldron's responsibility as the government minister responsible for that sector, to engage the Mohammeds on the claims and whatever I tell you just now, period. Claims and defects or defects and whatever, right? Did they? If they didn't, they failed. Minister Onij Waldron failed to execute her duty, and she should be taking responsibility for that. Not get this jackass of a big man running out and running out and things that he doesn't know or doesn't even understand, perhaps. Because some of them just behave as though they ain't understand nothing. Some of them just reach them ranks by way of natural promotion. No officer left behind. No rank left behind. But when they reach at the top, they, instead of making space so the other ranks get to climb up, you ever hear old people talk about the nah? Yeah, you ever hear about the nah? When you constipated, old people say the nah. Block off your anus. That's what them does be. Them are nah. They get right up there to the opening to go about the business. And they sit down there and causing everybody else pain. Because when you're constipated, you're feeling pain, your organs under pressure. Them that nah, a piece of shit. All of them will want an extension for sitting down and oppress Guyanese people on their jobs. It's not me, it's the place getting warm, so it's getting hot. So just as our Jalen Inda should be taking responsibility for MV Barima, Onij Waldron should be taking responsibility for the failings of the fire service headquarters. Not send out this common breed animal to bark at people and tell them about whose contract it was. We know it was the Mohammed's contract. Do you think that the Mohammeds got that building to build just because they suddenly into contracts? They get it because they are part of the problem in this country. They're part of the PPP, the friends, family, and favorites. They got that contract as a favorite. What did you get as a favorite? The extension of a government job where you sit down and bugging the upward mobility of other people? Huh? They get hundreds of millions, maybe billions for that contract. What are you getting? Huh? You are the pay grade Onij Waldron that you got to come out and make the utterances Onij Waldron should be making and instructed you to make. You're none but a low life. Massa sick, we sick. This is your problem in this country. It was within the remit of the Minister of Home Affairs when it was run. And even the Minister of Public Infrastructure, Ejel, here comes Ejel again. Because it's a public infrastructure project under her, I guess, under her ministry. The two of them got responsibility to ensure that what was given to the Guyana Fire Service as the headquarters was functioning and functioning properly. Who was the engineer that signed off on the completion of that building? Who was the engineer that said it was safe for occupation? Who said it was habitable? Wickham talks about plumbing problems since they got the building. When y'all got into the building, was the plumbing completed? Wickham talks about cracking of glass on the building. How long did it take for the foundation to settle, as we like to say, before the glass was installed? How we know that is a fire service vehicle reverse into the structure and cause some structural shifts that resulted in the damage of the glass, like the Wales Fire Service, the Wales Fire Station. I think people don't know. That's your responsibility, Wickham. Wickham, your responsibility is to tell us about the fire tender that ran into the walls at Unveract. 5 years plus. Y'all talk about fire service welfare, firemen welfare, and so on. 5 years plus. A vehicle, a fire service, a fire tenders, we call them, ran into the walls, or one of the walls at Unveract. It has not been fixed up until now. 5 years, Wickham. 5 years. And you're talking about you got the well-being of the fire service folks at heart? The Wales Fire Station, built and left there to the value of hundreds of millions, if not billions dollars, and was left there to be covered in bush rather than be occupied by the ranks of the Guyana Fire Service. Talk about that, Wickham. You talk about that. You want to bark about that. Don't come and disrespect Guyanese people and tell them nonsense about we. Who the heck is we? We sick? Y'all sick in your head. Get it right. And the ranks of the Guyana Fire Service, y'all continue to talk. Continue to talk. And stop. You know, when I think about these banners, I just think about Parrot. They say Parrot can talk, but Parrot can't think. The people argue to say Parrot repeats everything Parrot's here. As I say, monkey see, monkey do. But you leave a parrot to come up with an independent thought. It can't. There's them banner though. We come on them. Yeah, go home. Go home, man. Move. I should find this song by Mystic. Move. Jumbie, move. Go home. And stop. I'm bugging young people and I'm bugging progress. Every time people speak up and are willing to stand up to ensure a change of the status quo in this country, crosses like you and Hikin and Umar Khan and all of them friggin', what do you call them, placeholders in this country are standing in the way of progress. All you. And y'all calling it progress because y'all get to feast off the drop-ins of the table of the criminal PPP elements. Ayo is the problem in this country. I say I had a message to the Dunsin Layo. Oh shoot. It's 23 minutes to the 9 o'clock hour. The line's open, man. You're free to call and talk. I'm gonna leave the Dunson lawyer for later. Because I want more time than 23 minutes to talk about it Dunson lawyer. Them man can't even reason. Them man can't construct a proper argument for defend the cause. All them man could be liars and could win case and stuff. No wonder they got for gun licking the boot at the PPP. Because really and truly left them by themselves. They can't provide for themselves. They can't provide for themselves. Yeah? The Jamaicans say, if me not shit them can yam, that's them. Call themselves educated and intellectual and professional. Professional what? Professional what? Let me play voice notes, man. And listen to calls. Here's a voice note.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Kadaki. As far as I can see, there is a culture of corruption taking place in this present government. Most of them are mentally constipated and morally bankrupt. And as such, I do not see the Guyanese society getting anywhere under this present government.
Thank you for that voice note. This is more than a government problem. This is more than a government problem. I say like the Jackie jacket and Jennifer skirt, even if it's a mini. It's more than government. It has enabled us like the Wickhams and the Hickens and the Cans and all across this country and placeholders. They're putting stress and strain on the people who could bring about changes in this government or changes by this government. What if every time somebody rises up to talk about the treatment at the hands of the government, these crasses jump up to be blockers of the truth? Then what do you think happened? It's like the Eric Phillips them was walking around hugging up the oppressors of black people in this country. They make black people fight for freedom, real economic and political freedom harder because they're giving the international community a different picture to what the people are talking about. When the people say the PPP racist and they corrupt and they're discriminatory and cocksuckers. Placeholders like Eric Phillips got to hug them up and put them on black people's stage to talk nonsense and so. They're making it more difficult for the world to really see. The world now has to compare and contrast. This is what the people saying. This is what the placeholder leaders showing, which really is the truth. And so time is spent trying to decipher, trying to sort through the situation to arrive at a conclusion, which all of them just make murky because of the behavior. It's not a government problem alone. The government benefits from the disrespect and dishonesty and covetousness and individualistic, narcissistic, corrupt mentality of these fools. So yes, because the government for all they want, but if the government doesn't have enablers, the government can't stand the yards, the nadirs, crosses like those. You think it's just a PPP government problem? The PPP government people, they enjoying the status quo because they can exploit the existence of people like these placeholders. But remove them placeholders and let the people have their real say, and you're going to see how quick this government going to make a 360, or it might even disappear. We got too many in place, too many placeholders only willing to go so far and no further. So we can't get changes. Our opposition leader who could lead people up to the step or the Watuka, whatever you call it, but he can't lead them up. Because as far as he is concerned, he has achieved his goal by showing that he could breach the outer perimeters and stay downstairs. Come downstairs, come downstairs. Nonsense! When you got the opponent where you want them, you have to keep them there. No, you don't go upstairs, don't go upstairs, don't go upstairs. My heck, you come for a picnic in the yard, run up the step, and let the oppressors run out the back door. But no, politics is Sunday school. God gonna sin we if we behave in a certain way. We are the worst sinners than the worst sinner I perhaps ever know. Yeah? Listen, it's not me, it's the blackout. Well, the lights are back, but it's still warm. I left on stupidness. Vice note.
Good morning, Kadaki. Read the files, read the files. You are on point of order there, sir. These whole worn out who passed the expiry date are bugging the youngsters from making a progress in this country and turning this country into a prosperous country. Secondly, I would like to ask you if you have any knowledge. Is it factual that all these government and vehicles that driving or moving around this society have no insurance, sir? I see these things is be moving without any due care and attention on the road. Some of them, especially the presidential ones and the ministers ones and the ambulances and these things, these vehicles don't have any insurance or are not insured. Could you shine some light on those for us, please? Thank you.
Listen, I got so much thing for Cosmo this morning, and I ain't enough time for me. You know, there's someone discuss like where we're in a fall. I must taking on a bit the personality now. Every time I remember something else in this country, I want cuss. Call you on, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you and all my black brothers and sisters in Guyana. I am responsible for what I said, not how you guys interpret. I could recall when teachers there was outside protesting. Flat Gardens are playing, the teachers them in get no victory. They lost that protest. Some of you guys come for Flat Garden, but then a couple weeks after, when you ask Mr. David, what about did the teachers them gain it? He said, no, Kadaki, let me hold back on that. The teachers them win nothing. Now again, come back and said that protest at Mackenzie, they mean chief nothing because agents still working. The country still moving smooth. Them colleagues still make money. Business still going on. I would have said that yes, those protests gain something and win something is when them go yes upstairs and let Jagdio them jump through window and run and drive out and left Mackenzie. But Jagdio go inside peacefully and leave peacefully. He sit down, he take a visit, he talk to who he have a talk to, and he say what he have to say. No interrupt. But when Can you hear me clearly? But when David Granger went to Parliament, them going inside and they broke up and licked down and all kind of nonsense. And then David Granger didn't even lock up them and throw the key for disrespect him as a leader. Them go inside Pegasus again, that same big mouth at jail, lick up and turn them, and now David Granger to come out and stand up by the thing there and a party foot and a watch. Again, I got for list of Flash Garden and do what Flash Garden said. If you want take back your country, don't talk about take back country. Fight or take it back. Put fire and smoke from the airport come. Stop business. All in Charlestown. Stop. If that is how you go take back your country. Don't wait for Flash Garden come and do it. I get old now, me could only run my mouth. But young people got to step up. And what they're doing, both party, it got 3 runaway train now in Guyana. What black man are focused on. Mohammed is one, Jagdio one, and the foreigners them make 3 runaway train, and then black youths now sit down and say, man, wait, something happened here to us. Next 30 years, I got to clean them Kuliman drain and then yard, and then black young you will get 40 education degree and certificate. I got to work in them kitchen, and then that. And a man and his son will abuse and rape you, and a dower are you ahead for? If I don't stop them 3 runaway train, it is ridiculous. My good friend, Mr. David, I'm talking to you now. Come in front of this class this morning and Niger Youth. When Flash Garden put these 3 questions, Mr. David answer 1. But Niger Youth give Flash Garden all 3 news. I said, do you agree with Flash? Would you agree with Flash Garden that when the government changed, we should left CCJ? Both parties said, no. Why are your comments now? That be happening for years. If I sit back and say, wait a minute, CCJ is in the heart of Trinidad, not Tobago, in Trinidad, the city. And if Trinidadian government is not part of CCJ, something is wrong. Sin lied at them door, make them be part of CCJ. When we put the question again to both of them, that when the government change, we got to leave CARICOM because of what CARICOM did to us and continue to do. They said, no. CARICOM is mother country. From seeing me small growing up, me know England is Guyanese mother country. Not CARICOM. CARICOM is a flat foot business and CCJ. There is blood suckers towards black Guyanese in Guyana, and black man now realize that. Both parties said, no, we should stay. When we asked Niger Youth, put the question, I said, would you agree with Flash Garden that when the government changed, all male Guyanese citizens and those who come in the country and get citizen must serve in the army? I said, I leave the numbers to you guys, what age and how many years. Now you said, no, Flash, I would not agree with you and I would never sign for going in the army, Portuguese and Amerindian and Kole and Chinese going in the army. Let black man alone suffer. Let black people, parents alone mourn, and let black man alone suffer, get shot and dead tomorrow. The same that you use. But when we put a question to Mr. David, he said, Flash, not only male, female too. But it's something you got to think about. You never thought about that, Flash. That was Flash Garden, bring on the table. So why are you mourn and crow? But this young black boy got shoot and then nobody think. Where was Mohammed for tell them what Flash Garden said? It is time for open the door for every male Guyanese. Go to the border and fight. Serve them country. Because they left Guyana and go and serve in England, Canada, and America army. Why they can't serve their own country army? The nonsense. Let me remind my black brother and sister in Guyana what Randa Bab said. Me love that Eastanian when a sister, that Eastanian young lady Randa Bab. She said the foolishness black people did 4th of September. I even get a chance to get out of poverty. I even get a chance to walk up the ladder. Y'all have a chance for a better life for all Guyanese. If I be vote for one black man, I be nothing. I refuse to vote for your own black brother. And I go and vote for Mohammed. That make I suck salt and the Amerindian children them drink salt water and died because the foolishness all y'all did. She said, we Koli people are loyalty to Abi party. I love those words from she. She said, we will never do that foolishness. It's a time for black people listen to Run the Bob tape again. And I'm challenging you to play Run the Bob tape one morning and remind black man what an East Indian girl said towards them. She opened them eyes. You see, black people love parties, but Koli people love party. That young black boy will come last who said, Mr. Anderson, you should throw your towel and run for president. For what? For what? Maybe you live in America, so you not feel nothing, or Canada, England. But Mr. Okay, well, no, he's going to get one seat. Then they're going to bring them Koli man out of Africa. One seat cannot overthrow 36 seats. And the next election, before me go, Anil going to be the president candidate for the PPP and James Bond. You see, every place them two going together now, they must start build and show the Koli people that, look, this is it. And you know them Koli love James Bond. You know them Koli already love James Bond. So I look out and Anil use the word, black people must be proud to be our slave for Koli people. Because it's our time now for you to be our slave. Because I be our slave for the white man them. Yes. Yes. So black man, if I don't get it right, I go be our slave after the 30th of September. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your call. More voice note.
Kadaki, blessings and good morning to you, my brother. Blessings to our listeners from the diaspora.
Good morning, Kadaki, and good morning to all the brothers and sisters on the program, and even those who listening for carrying news. You know, black people were in a sad state, real sad state. Imagine a black man in Adriana's story the other day. I was like, I had to look at myself again because a black man willing to go to the police and say he thief the woman phone from she hand, because me I call it thief, is robbery with assault. Thief the woman phone from that charge. This man willing to go to the police and says he's the man who did. What really happened to our way? What happened to our way, Kadaki? Black people, we got screw off this head what we got there and chow and put on a new head. Something wrong with it, by head gone. Something wrong. And you know the PPP, them is a front yard government. What I mean when I say front yard government. They like nice up the front by saying, putting on the propaganda. And they like up sticks. And they got a propaganda channel where they're gonna put, we building 60 hospitals and we have 99 fire stations and 5 in every region, and you know, PPP propaganda government. They like do that. They like put up this front, and they're spending billions of dollars to put up the front so that you would not try to go and look inside. They want distract you so you wouldn't go and look inside behind the front yard for see what's going on really in the house and at the backyard. So they put up this front, always putting up a big front, big billboard, you know, we doing this, we doing that, and jump on the news and talk everything. What they're doing, this big bank, they're gonna open now this $40 billion bank. God help away with them, boy. and this bank where they say they opening and all these things. So when they put up this front, people gonna say, "Ah, man, PPP doing good." Are you stupid? Wait and see what they're doing. Don't worry what they're saying. See what them are do. You understand? For example, look, the health section, a lot of infant dying and all these things. Infant dying within a month, you get 5 and 4 infant die in a month space through cesarean and this kind of thing. So, what going on? Something wrong, but no, they put up this big front. Oh, we got 99 hospital. And the hospital here, the one in Myconi, right? They don't do no delivery there. They don't take out baby at Myconi Hospital. They don't do no childbirth thing there for go on. The people they gotta go all the way to Bath Settlement because Myconi don't have the facility again. A hospital that was there over 50 odd years. Eh? And they're talking about how much hospital they're building. But what are they doing? They're carrying everything and put it where the people there. Now, if you were a poor person, you got to travel from Myconi. You take in a woman belly big, she take in a night. Yeah? And she got to travel from Myconi for go till to Bath Settlement. She got to go and find over $12,000 for catch taxi for going all this kind of thing. What kind of life these people do? I don't look at this front where the PPP are put. And you know what? Them using black man. They're using black man for come out and tell lie. And they're using black man for come out and oppress them, Matty. The PPP government. That's what they're doing. The man come out, the minister for health come out and say, oh, 2 point something billion in drugs expire. I wonder if anybody ever really carry out an audit for see if he telling the truth. Or he just put up the front so that he could thief. I wonder. And then he get the commissioner inquiry with the Barima, right? The secretary for the commissioner inquiry at the Barima is Nandlal Tennant. Just like how the secretary for the Sugwaits scandal was Barajak, the Tennant. So I think what's going on there, They got the henchmen what they're using for do the dirty work. And there's a old man telling me something. He said you can't do straight business with crooked people. So all of your politicians would think you're going to walk by the books and the law, talking to the opposition and the law and all these things and walk by the books and think you're going to interfere with the PPP government. I lie. Them crooked, you can't do straight business with them. You got to deal with them crookedly. Even to the word of God say, God did deal forward with the people that move forward. He deal righteous with them who righteous. You understand? So are you try? Think are you try to save faces and think that are going to do these things and get ahead? Now, this thing what I want to talk about, water. Water. The life-sustaining fluid, right? Which is a fundamental for the citizens of Guyana. Is the basic right, and it's the basic duty of a government to supply its citizens with water. That them think that then they in United Nations land all them place they demand. Water, proper potable water for drink. Not them red thing and brown thing where they coming through them tap there. This government really starving the people. This government really starving the people even from water. Water every month. What's she name? Rhonda got a complaint that she ain't getting water in the Namstel and that ain't changing. Water coming up to a certain way, but when he not pass by she side. What you call that? Tell me what you call that, man. That could be an accident. I don't believe so. Look in Linden, look all at the place. Water. People ain't getting drinking water, but you know what? It's a business for FFF. It's a business for the family, friends, and favorite. Just like how the Barima tragedy, they neglect that boat so that FFF could get business. Now, if you want to go to Northwest by Kadaki, you gotta fly. You gotta fly with the the what you call it, Minister of National Security, aircraft and them thing. You got fly to Barima now. They're making money. And this Barima thing, we could use the Borbis boat story as a evidence to show that this government neglectful. Because the people them in Suriname say, if they don't fix the boat, don't make it come here again. Right? So I don't know what's going on. I know one thing flashing through my mind because I like talk, I like talk sometimes. You see, yes. You see this Colin Rodriguez story where they're fighting for Chico as a UN Secretary General. All that might be fine on the face looking and so on. But I seen that ain't too fine for me. Because reparation talk there in the air. Colin Rodriguez gonna go there because a PPP one should go there. Mina Kia Damia say PPP one should go there. So that when the money now, if the money happen to come in this time, and he got to pass for Guyana, she gonna there for try to make the money pass through the government. We money should not go into the PPP government and my grandfather blood money where he sweat and tears and the blood shall not go into this PPP and or else more blood gonna shed. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for your call. Please permit me to pay this final voice note and then we're going to chat. I don't call my phone. Wait for this voice note. Good.
Brother Kidaki, morning, all right, guys. Brother Kidaki, pertaining to Mohammed. Come on, bro. Black people, when we gonna learn, man? When we gonna learn? Just imagine a commander shake that man's hand and get transferred. And you as a black individual that's selling in the government school. Come on, bro. What you them will do to you? Come on, man. Ganesh Manipal already interview you. The same man what caused you for you. Your children can't eat. You can't eat. Come on, bro. You're gonna invite the man in your home. The same man what caused you when you take out the photograph with. The same Mohammed what caused you gonna invite the man afterwards. You are interviewed with Ganesh Manipal. Come on, man. When we gonna wake up? When we gonna wake up? Y'all in learning? Y'all in learning? Come on, man. When you're gonna wake up in this country, you're going to black people, when you gonna wake up? Now you can get bread to feed yourself and your family. The same man what caused you, you invite you back into your living room for interview. We don't interview already. Come on, man. Come on, man. When we gonna wake up, man? When we gonna wake up, the simplest commander shake that man and he get transferred to TSU. Come on, when we gonna wake up? Anybody, these people catch a land, you're working with the ministry, are working in the ministry, while you're working anywhere around the ministry, they will chastise y'all. They will pressure y'all. Y'all didn't understand that. Y'all didn't break enough for all them things, man. Come on, man. Come on. Mohammed is a liar fellow. Mohammed and the people only fight like that. These two parties united for capture black people. They want to destroy the APNU. When they gonna learn? Y'all stop following this man. Stop encouraging this man for coming into your home and your community. This man is a threat to black people. These people hunting black people to mash up the PNCR and the APNU more. When we gonna learn as black people? Come on, man. Come on, man. Big up to that 5 judges that expose them, that criminal, that president of the CCJ, that criminal. They want Sanders wants the same thing too. We win 2020 election. The APNU win it. AFC win it. They win it. You understand me? Anyhow, I like what going on. I want to investigate the matter and jail this man. Give this man a life in prison. Jail him for life in prison. You understand me? Look at Mohammed. When he was just swearing, Mohammed said 2 years ago, people begging for run for president. Come on, right? You was in the bed with the PPP. You was in the bosom of the PPP. You was in the belly of PPP. You used to fund the PPP for help criminalize black people in this country. Come on, man. You are the guns and ammunition and your security protecting the PPP. How can 2 years ago people beg you to run for election? What your father said about black people? What your father caused out black people? Come on, bro. You accused of murdering black people in the interior, burying them, throw them overboard, all kind of thing you was included with. Really, you can have love for black people. Y'all are fake. And I wonder why black people taking this bait. Come on, black youths. Y'all look at the right programs that y'all can edify yourself to know what is going on around y'all. If your parents are not qualified, are not bright enough, are not experienced enough to teach you all these things. Come on, Guyanese black people. Y'all wake up. Y'all wake up. Y'all wake up, black people in the Hampshire. Wake up, black people all over Guyana. Wake up to this moment of the PPP. Look at the disaster of the PPP. They're paying every single body to look good. They have the amount of money to pay everybody. What were they going to the CCJ? What were these people going to? But nobody not going to do Guyana government nothing because they're in bed with them. They're keeping everything out of Guyana. That's why they can't say nothing up to this date. Look at that big disaster. So much people lost their life. Actually, the whole village lost their life. And these people have business as usual. This PPP going into black people community. I'm glad when I come home back there. They come into black people, come into my community the same time. I will deal with them. I'm cussing them. I'm going to deal with them condemningly. Because Jack Joe said when Granger come into the community, chase them out. I will do the same thing. I will do it in an orderly manner, in an orderly way. I will do it. And your viewers, you all have a blessed day. It's shameful to see that girl gonna invite the same man. What can give you biscuit or crumbs at this point in time? Gonna invite him in our home. Anyhow, it's a shame and disgrace to y'all, man. I shame on y'all as black people. Shame. Viewers, you all have a blessed day.
Interesting voice note. Interesting voice note. You know why? I hear so many messages in this voice note, but I want to talk to this one. Or two of them. Who the woman inviting she out is she business. Who that woman invites in her home is her business. Who she talks to is her business. Who she vents to is her business. She has a right to freedom of speech and association. And if you have a grouse that you want the world to know about, there's no rule that says you stick to one medium of getting that grouse out. You go to all and sundry. If they get 40 television station or 400 people willing to listen to you, you talk to every single one of them so they're going to know what your problem is. The woman had a right to talk to whoever she liked. Don't let us vicariously give the PPP permission to ill-treat our people. Don't let us do it. Because if this voice note is saying, she know, and Guyanese know, and black people know that when they shake hands with the Mohammed hand, they're going to get transferred, and they're going to get oppressed, and they're going to get that, and they're going to get this, and so they must not shake his hand. Nonsense. They have a right to association. What we should be telling them is that they must rise up against these criminals and wretches who tell themselves that they got a right to decide who people talk to and when they talk to them. And that is what our voice noters and contributors must be saying. Don't let the PPP cover you into subjection. Because if you talk to Tom Jones or if you vent about your situation, they're going to put you out of the schoolyard. I said it last week and I'm saying it again. The citizens of this country, the citizens of those communities have a right to occupy that schoolyard until that woman is allowed to sell. Let me shut down school for a couple of days, weeks, months, years. Let me protest, hey, until her right to an income is respected. That is my position. And that will always be my position. Don't let nobody beat you into fear. Because every time they do it and you give them space, they will continue doing it so they can take more space from you. Soon Guyanese will not be able to talk with their neighbors because their neighbors support one political party as against another. So because my neighbor is PPP, I can't talk to my neighbor, or because my neighbor is win, I can't talk to my neighbor as a PPP person. They're going to shame me and they're going to push me out of the party and I'm going to stop get contracts and so on and so forth. Don't let us do that. Let us encourage people to continue to resist the PPP. They talk to who they want to talk to. They invite who they want to invite to into the homes. They protest when they want to protest. Is their right. And that is what I'm endorsing. When I look around this society, over the weekend I learned of some group of people, I think they're on the East Bank or Linden somewhere, highway somewhere, that were given notice for 14 days to remove from lands that they were occupying, some for 7 years and some more and more and more. And then a friend was telling me this morning that somebody in Sophia area got notices to remove in 10 days. So I'm taking it that is about 2 sets of people being given notices to remove from so-called squatting land. And I'm sure that there are other people around the country that got similar grouses. And I start thinking this is a wonderful occasion for the leader of the opposition and the rest of the opposition politicians to reach out with all of those communities and organize a grand protest around the matter of land allocation. Because all those dozens, those scores of people, somebody said at Caneville, that will be forced off of the land within 14 days, plus those who will be forced off of the land within 10 days, plus those who were already forced off of the land, and those who expect that they will eventually be forced off of the land. Isn't it within their interest to all come together and say to this government, not this time? Isn't it an opportune time, opposition organizers, to organize them and bring them to one big protest and say, not this time? But we ain't going to do that, you know. We're going to wait until the houses start getting pushed down and then we're going to turn up with camera and say, look what the PPP did. Look what the PPP did. Huh? That's what we're waiting for. Organize these people, and these people should be organizing themselves by now to take to the streets in protest and cause the oppressors to think twice. Before I go, somebody say, everything that is going wrong and people want to report, they want to Azudin with it. Y'all didn't see Azudin is an effective opposition leader because everybody going to he. Yes. Everybody going to he. Yes. I want to ask the question, what is the motivation for going to he? You think it's just a case of going to Win or Azudin or whoever to complain about what the government is doing you, for him to sound his voice and go on TikTok with it and so on and so forth? RB Norton and the APNU and the rest of the opposition supporters and activists and so on can do just that, what if it was just about talking about what is being done to the people. You know why they go to Azurin? They go to Azurin because they licky and they nyami. And it's the licky and nyami nature got us just where we are, and I'm going to explain it to you. A man whose house is just pushed down by the government or is under threat of being pushed down by the government, obviously looking for a new start. In some instances, he might even get his next meal because he lost everything because the government pushed it down. And so when he goes to Azurin, he ain't going to Azurin only to complain that the government pushed down yours. He's going to Azurin hoping that Azurin going to give you a part of the allegedly illicitly gained funds to make a start. He already calculated in the head, you know. He already calculated in the head. But if I go to the AP and you demanding a money, demanding a non-forgiving, they're going to sound the voice, they're going to raise the issue and so. But we might going to still dry. But if we go to Azurin because they say you rob this country of hundreds of billions of dollars through tax evasion and so on, they say, I don't know. Right? It is alleged. If we go to Azurin got money like dog. So the possibility is he's going to give you something. And so when you see them run over there and everybody calling Azurin to tell them when they knee out and when their fingernail break and stuff like that, they could tell APNU the same thing. And the APNU will take similar actions in that they will publicize it and they will call out the government on it. But they wouldn't go that step further to give them a blight because they ain't got a blight for themselves, much less to give them a blight. So a lot of times the interest of the people is not just about highlighting their problem, it's about getting a blight. Good. I can't tell you what's the solution to that. I can't tell you if people must forget about thinking about a blight and just get the issues highlighted, or in some instances, maybe they want too sweet out of one pie. I don't know. But I'm just analyzing it for you how I see it. So don't say the other opposition parties are not doing anything when you don't see them highlighting certain issues. The issues are not taken to them. And the issues are not taken to them because they ain't got nothing. Well, they ain't got finances to give anybody who takes an issue to them. But they got a voice and they got platforms on which they can highlight these issues. So we got to decide. We looking for blind or we want to highlight the issue? I can't tell you how to approach your life. It's your life. You do as you like. It's time for me to go. It's 20 past 9. I can't stay longer. Because in my life, I gotta go and do something too. Otherwise, I might gotta be looking to somebody for blind. And I know y'all out there upon this. Like, not for y'all. Y'all don't give nobody nothing. Y'all have a good day. Much love. Tough love is love too. Enjoy your day. Goodbye. 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 See you here tomorrow morning for another program. Tomorrow is supposed to be tantrum Tuesdays as usual. So imagine I throw such a tantrum this morning that all kind of thing come slipping out from where I had them hidden. Imagine what might happen tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Goodbye.